Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our teaser for the webinars, Dryden, Aquaria, Aquaculture and SESSION. My name is Dominic. I'm the CEO of the Dryden Group and happy to welcome here. On my left side, it's my very best friend. What's your name again? Mike Demain,
Welcome,
who is the
guys.
director of this division.
Welcome, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. We look forward to a good session together. So in the session of Aquarium Zoo webinar series, please follow us on our YouTube channel and also on drydenaqua.com. You can find a lot of information about Dryden on that channel too. But subscribe to YouTube, click that bell, and every time we upload a new webinar, you'll be alerted to that straight away. I'll hand that over to you, Dominique.
Yeah, perfectly. Yeah, who we are. We are Dryden Aqua, and in Dryden Aqua, you know, our core of the business is this, AFM, the very best filter media in the world. Well, we are not objective, we are a little bit subjective, but you will see it. And it was invented by Dr. Howard Dryden. He started in the aquaculture business. So 30 years ago, the name was not Dryden Aqua, but Dryden Aquaculture. And then I met him 15 years ago, moved in. This is how we brought this AFM to pools, and which was very successful. We are today, from all the glass media, we are by far not just the best, but also the most sold. Since a couple of years, we moved into water treatment and use AFM massively in water treatment, drinking water, wastewater, processed water. And yeah, now we want to go a little bit back to our source, to our foundation, Aquaria and Aquaculture.
We've grown a lot there already, not to offset the swimming pools and water treatment, but we have grown a lot in the aquarium and zoo market. But we just felt that this webinar series would be very beneficial to everybody.
Yeah. Today we have two factories, one in Switzerland that you see here on the left and one in Scotland. They are the most sophisticated glass processing, filter media manufacturing in the world, by far. It's really by far. Also, each of these companies cost between 20 to 30 million dollars investment. And if you go to the next slide, please. This is how you see it. One in Scotland delivering America, Asia, Australia. The one in Switzerland where we do mainly Europe, which is still our biggest market. And we have a sales office in America, we have a sales office in China, we have a logistic base in Germany. Yeah, you asked me before, we also have the plan to build a third factory in the next 2-3 years in America.
Yeah.
So we are on it. We are on it.
Looking forward to that. So just a quick introduction to the aquarium and aquaculture team from my side. We have Mike Causa, who has been with our team for a long time, and many of you already know Mike very well. He's been in the aquarium industry for 43 years, both on the technical side, husbandry side, design side, consulting side. He's covered every base of aquariums. I've been in the aquarium industry for over 25 years, also both on the animal husbandry side, where I've looked after animals, and also on the life support system sides, operationally, design. So we have a good strong base in the aquarium and zoo sides, and then we very recently brought in Jacob Serber, who is an aquaculture professional. He's built an aquaculture facility before and operated as well. So we're buffering up on our aquaculture side to be able to help filtration on aquaculture, incoming water, even RAS as we go along, but those details will follow on. This is mainly focused on aquariums and zoos.
But Michael is the head of it, and you see he only has a small team for his division, and all of them have a beard. Huh? I think that has to do something with the biological side.
It's the biological side. We grow very well on the biological side.
Good. I like this healthy competition with the water treatment. That's all good. So what are we talking about here about Aquaria LSS? So
at the end of the day, with regards to Aquarium LSS, we know very well that we are not the only part of Aquarium LSS. There are many different components in an aquarium system, but we are really the basis from which everything starts at, and that's really good organics removal. So throughout this process, we were talking in detail about those processes, but we did want to point out we are well aware we are not the only process in the system.
It's like in water treatment, it's also just one part. But if you do this part very well, for example, water treatment, then you have much less problems in the following parts. I guess it's more or less the same thing.
Yeah, very much like this. And as these two pyramids indicate, we'll be talking about them in more detail in the upcoming sessions. But if you have an unbalanced system, that becomes problematic. So join us to follow on from the hydraulics perspective and the filtration perspective, how that show about these pyramids and how they can work against you in the long run.
You need a solid base.
You need a solid base.
Session number 2, you will talk about filters and filter media. I always say the filter is the hardware, the filter media is the software, and then you also have to operate this software well, to get the full performance. Therefore, we will talk a bit about filtration and backwash velocities, how you calculate it. Don't panic, it's not a lot of math. We have a very simple calculator which will help you through all this. Backwash.
If you do it correctly, the bottom line is prevention is better than cure. If you do it correctly from the start, you'll benefit in the long run.
And then very important, backwash velocity. There is so a lot of how do you say it, wrong information in our old rules. Backwash velocity is twice the filtration velocity. Very often this is not the case. And we will show it, we will prove it to you. And if you follow our recommendation, even if you do not go to AFM, you will improve your process quite a lot.
And that also includes the correct pipe dimensioning, which is session 3, where we go into a little bit of detail of how to check that your pipe sizing is correct for your filtration, for your current filtration system, and also to help you in the event that you're doing a new design to double check that the engineers are designing the right pipe sizing for you, so that your operational costs over the long run are reduced. Because at the end of the day, you do it correctly, you save money.
A lot of money, and also there is a certain limitation, especially in the backwash, where you cannot compensate just with higher backwash pumps. There are certain limitations, and it's anyway not a good one. So join this session, that's a very, very important one.
And then session 4, we start focusing a little bit in more detail on the fish systems and how the biology within the fish systems can work against you, and really what to look out for in your systems, the residual oxidants that are created in your systems because of that biology, but that's really on the fish side. When we move over onto the chlorinated systems, which is very similar to your
Very
systems,
similar to pools,
Yeah, very similar to pools.
And
although don't tell the marine mammal people that.
No. But they're all mammals, right?
They're all mammals.
Yeah.
That's
so
correct.
Follow this. You will see we can highly reduce the volatile disinfection byproducts, these toxic ones, mainly chloroform, trichloramine. Your animals will be a much healthier, much less of problems. Crystal clear water.
Eye infections, lung problems will be reduced if you have a look at our methods and what we recommend.
And we have quite a lot of references.
We do. Plenty of references in the long run.
Okay, what comes in session number 6?
Yeah, finally, session number 6 is really the detail of how AFM, our core product, can help with many of the issues that are highlighted in the previous 2 sessions, the fish systems and the marine mammal sessions. So we'll be going into a little bit more detail. Like we say, the impacts of AFM in fish systems and how it can help your systems, and also in the chlorinated systems. So stay with us from session 1 all the way through to session 6, very important.
One point in the session number 6, you will also see how we produce AFM, and we'll understand it's not just crush glass, it's a lot more behind it. Yeah, okay.
Good. So please come and join us for session number 2 and start walking this webinar series through with us. And at the end of the day, we'll all benefit in the long run. Also be aware that we are very active on social media, whether it's LinkedIn or YouTube, or then also our downloads page, as said before. On the other side of that, if you ever feel like you need to contact us, there are emails down below, me, Mike Domain, Mike Causa, and Jacob Serbo. We are always available to answer any of the questions, either from the webinar sessions or just general questions. So walk this walk with us.
So we would very be happy if you join us here in our small family.
Yep.
And hope it will be, we promise it will be very interesting. All the best to you. See you soon.
Thank you, and have a great day.